A family and an entire community are mourning the loss of their loved one and hoping for answers.
On New Year's morning, police found Amari Lee shot to death in Wilkinsburg. Brianna Smith spoke with her cousin about the impact Lee made in such a short period of time.
But it wasn't Amari Lee's height that captured everyone's attention. It was her positive spirit.
Just a very vibrant light and a very joyful life. Always ready to create, always ready to dance, always ready to make up a dance.
Whether she was dancing with the Lady Diamonds team in Pittsburgh or working with the youth, Erin Perry says her cousin always brought out the best in people.
We're now learning new details about an accused killer charged in the murder of a popular local hairstylist back in January in the Highlands neighborhood of Northwest Jacksonville.
20-year-old Keith Kegler is being held in the shooting death of 24-year-old Tevin Robinson. News4 Jax reporter Corley Peel spoke with Robinson's parents about the arrest.
For roughly 2 months, Tevin Robinson's mother, Miia Robinson, and his father, Benjamin Walker, have waited for an arrest in their son's murder. He was a beloved hairstylist, many knew as Duval Princess.
Sometimes I can't even get out the bed. It's like really, really hard.
I don't know. It's still kind of fresh. It almost seemed like it just happened yesterday.
2 weeks ago, their prayers were answered. 20-year-old Keith Kegler was arrested in connection to Robinson's death. Do you know this person?
No, I don't know yet.
Robinson's family says they will never forget the morning of January 2nd. That's when police say Robinson was found shot to death inside a car in the Highland Square Plaza.
Cry outside Houston City Hall to honor a 29-year-old woman killed in her own home.
She had just moved into a new apartment and was very excited about decorating.
Paloma Vasquez was found shot inside her Gulfton area apartment on Houston's southwest side Saturday. Police say there was no sign of forced entry into her apartment. She was shot twice. Paloma Vasquez was a transgender woman.
Heartbreaking story out of Cherokee County. The sheriff's office confirming a father and teenage daughter are both dead following a murder-suicide. This all unfolded at a home in the Bridge Mill community west of Holly Springs. Authorities confirming that the father, identified as Howard Newhouse, shot and killed his 19-year-old daughter, Kathryn Newhouse, and then shot and killed himself. These are some recent Facebook photos of Kathryn from her public page. The Cherokee County Sheriff's Office got the call Saturday afternoon and showed up to find the two dead inside the home. Sheriff's Captain Jay Baker tells us the wife, Kathryn's mother, was inside the house at the time of the shootings. They're interviewing her as they begin to piece together the full picture of what led to the father killing his daughter and then himself.
This news comes after a woman's body was found on these rocks on the lakefront near Garden Park in Evanston. Lombok says her 19-year-old grandson, who's back home in Switzerland, was walking with a friend on his last day in the States when he found the body. That horrific discovery made on Thursday just blocks away from Mallory's apartment on Hinman Avenue. Then days later, on Saturday, the unthinkable was confirmed by Evanston police. The body was Malary.
Here 7 days ago.
Her friends and family hoping to find her alive after she went missing on March 11th, 2 days after texting with her sister. Her car was found on Tuesday in a parking lot on the same street she lived on. At that time, detectives said her apartment had been left unlocked, but police say they found no evidence in her home or car that would indicate any foul play.
On April 1st, 2022, 17-year-old Ariyanna Mitchell, formerly known as Amari Mitchell, attended a party on the 500 block of Wine Street near East Pembroke Avenue in Hampton, Virginia. During the party, a fight broke out between Ariyanna's friend and another girl, both who have not been named by media sources or law enforcement. Trying to defuse the situation, Ariyanna, a black transgender woman, intervened. Following the altercation, the other girl allegedly went live on social media and made it known that she was going to get her boyfriend to come and shoot Ariyanna's friend and everybody in the house. Just before 2 a.m., a man pulled up on Wine Street in his girlfriend's car and allegedly exited the car carrying an assault rifle. According to eyewitness accounts, he then claimed there was a planned fight and asked Ariyanna who was fighting. Mitchell claimed to be one of those involved. He then proceeded to ask her if she was a girl or a boy, to which she responded, a boy, and that's when the man shot Mitchell multiple times.
Vermont man pleading not guilty in the stabbing death of a transgender woman.
Friends are remembering her as kind, spunky, and really fun to be around.
Jack Thurston has details from court.
As community members lit candles and wrote messages honoring 29-year-old Fern Feather, her loved ones filled a criminal courtroom in Lamoille County. 2 days earlier, investigators found Fern in Morristown, stabbed to death, they say, with a 12-inch knife.
The Oakland County Sheriff's Office responding in the early morning hours to someone who said they heard gunshots at this apartment complex just off Dixie Highway in Clarkston. Deputies now searching for 22-year-old Ruby Taverner, accused of killing her 25-year-old brother Bishop Taverner and her 26-year-old boyfriend Ray Muscat.
Nedra Sequence Morris was shot and killed on Saturday, May 14, 2022 in Florida. She was 50 years old. Morris's body was found on an Opa-Locka, Florida street with a gunshot wound to her head. Police have released few details about her murder, but Morris's family told local media that her body was dumped at an intersection after she was killed at an unknown location. The driver of a 2017 SUV that allegedly left the scene is being sought for questioning. Morris's murder is at least the 14th such killing of a trans person in the United States this year, and the second black trans woman killed in Florida since Duval Princess was found dead in Jacksonville on January 3rd, 2022.
Always helping people.
Heartbroken and overwhelmed, Robbie Reed shares memories with us of her cousin, 47-year-old DeDe Hall.
DeDe was full of life.
DeDe died while being taken to Baylor Hospital at the end of May.
The mistreatment that I witnessed was very, very hard to watch. It almost dehumanized DeDe.
Are you okay? Hey. What is it? Damien Hall.
A few minutes later, footage shows DeDe taking off her clothes.
They all left me.
You see rescue crews restrain her and take her into the ambulance, and they place a spit hood over her head. During the ride in the ambulance, you can hear the crews laughing.
It's a hell of a day so far, man.
All while DeDe is struggling to breathe.
It's hot, dude. All right with y'all.
They will be at a public memorial for the victim, Brazil Johnson, this evening at Teutonia and North. That's the same area where she was found dead with multiple gunshot wounds 2 weeks ago today.
Brazil, you will always be in our hearts.
What led to the fatal shooting of Brazil Johnson? It's a question that haunts the 28-year-old's mother and sister.
I just don't understand who would do something so cruel to my baby.
No one is in custody for Brazil's death. It's an active investigation. Milwaukee police not releasing many details of the fatal shooting on Teutonia near Garfield Avenue, June 12th.
I wish that anybody know anything would say something to give me and my mom closure.
Brazil went to Rufus King, then studied culinary arts at Milwaukee Area Technical College. She came out as transgender to her family 7 years ago.
When he came out, he told me this is how I was born. So if he's comfortable with it, I'm comfortable with it.
Augusta community comes together to celebrate the life of a woman killed at a hotel. News Channel 6's Bria Smith reports.
A family fights for justice after losing their loved one to what they say is a hate crime. Kesha Chanel Getter, a transgender woman, died July 20th after being shot outside Knights Inn. The community and her family held a vigil to honor her at St. Paul Methodist Church in downtown Augusta.
To have three trans people just in the last 2 years, Augusta's been identified as a hot spot for trans murders.
But physical attack isn't the only way their community is harmed.
That's what I heard. I heard 3 or 4 shots.
Dwayne Laurie lives on the corner of Fenkell and Leisure on Detroit's west side. Driving home last night, a shocking sight just feet from his front door.
Chased down and shot right there, so.
She was chased down.
Yeah.
Detroit police getting the call that someone discovered a body on the sidewalk around 11 Monday night. The person shot multiple times and found to be a member of the LGBTQ community.
When their officers arrived, they discovered a deceased woman who had been shot multiple times.
Right now, the victim's identity is not known until an autopsy is complete. Neighbors are familiar with the woman who frequents the corner and believes someone picked her up last night just before the shooting. Witnesses believe she was in a car and jumped out of that car and started running down this side street, running for her life. They believe this person with the gun chased after her and shot her 3 to 4 times.
We are hearing from the family of a transgender woman killed Friday night. Houston police say Marsela Castro was driving and got out of her car when she was shot from behind in East Houston. And now her family, they want answers.
Yeah, they are hoping someone comes forward with some information. Our Xavier Walton talked to the victim's sister tonight. Xavier, what does she have to say?
She said the family is in shock and disbelief and that they just have so many questions, starting with why. Houston police say the shooting happened at Wood Shadows and Autumn Woods Drive. Here's home surveillance video showing a maroon Chrysler coming to a stop on a residential street. Investigators say 3 people were in the car. The driver, Maricela Castro, Katie's sister, who is a transgender woman, reportedly gets out, and a second person shoots her from behind. Then you see the vehicle take off. We're told the suspects ditched the maroon car a couple blocks away.
The announcing murder charges in the death of DeDe Ricks, a trans woman from Ohio.
The prosecutor's office will not detail the circumstances around her killing, but have charged Deontay Antoine Close of Detroit in the fatal shooting of the 33-year-old trans woman. On August 27th, DPD was dispatched to the 2500 block of Manistee.
Upon their arrival, the officers located the victim, DeDe, lying on the ground, unresponsive, with a gunshot wound to her right back and left chest.
Prosecutors say a man shot and killed a woman. Now, police can't find him.
It all happened near 26th and Wells, and that's where we find our Gabrielle Mays joining us live with details. Gabrielle?
Yeah, so the friend of the victim describes her as full of laughter and joy through Facebook Messenger. That friend goes on to say that she'll be missed and she can't believe this happened. Near 26th and Wells, people who loved her are looking for ways to remember her. This criminal complaint identifies the victim as 35-year-old Regina Allen. Her friends, who knew her as Miia, say she's transgender. Milwaukee police are searching for this man, 31-year-old Clayton Hubbard. Prosecutors say on August 29th, Hubbard went into this gas station off 19th and National. Police say surveillance video shows Hubbard and Allen had a brief conversation inside. Then Hubbard gets back into his Chevy Tahoe. Police say eventually Allen hops in the passenger seat. Things took a turn when Hubbard and Allen reached her apartment near 26th and Wells. A witness told police he saw a black SUV, heard a gunshot, and Allen scream, "I'm shot." Allen called 911. Police say before Allen died, she told an officer she met the man who shot her at a gas station and he drove a Chevy Tahoe. The criminal complaint says security video from the gas station, a witness, and police checking the Tahoe's license plate linked Hubbard to the crime. Now he's charged with reckless homicide. Allen's friend says she was full of joy.